What's happening, everybody? Paulie, the Latino slant, just getting out of the movie theater with one of the stars of The Long Game, and it's a new release that you might not have heard of because it's not the big budgets of Civil War, of Dune, of Godzilla. It is a very much independent film that got to Sundance, or I believe South by Southwest last year.
Okay, I'll get mine.
Then got a picture deal to where it is being released now, I believe wide. So as I go on, I'm gonna put my beanie on, so hold on. Thank you. So this is an incredible true story, and it hit me on many different levels, as far as a film, as far as filmmaking, culturally, and also to our collective American history. I want to tell you, first of all, this is a completely feel-good underdog sports story. So on that level, especially if you're a lover of golf, a lover of sport and sportsmanship, and just your the will of your spirit, you're gonna like this film. I'm a little blown away how Julio Quintana, the director, was able to masterfully intertwine so many themes culturally, personally, multi-generational, in a true story. And it all worked for me. Now, let me just tell you what the story is about. The story itself is set in 1956 in Del Rio, Texas, which is a very small town in Texas. So Jay Hernandez and Dennis Quaid are our two leading men, people who you've probably heard about the most. They are World War II veterans. There's a whole veteran serving your country, post-traumatic theme there going on as well. Well, they're both lovers of golf. One was professional, Dennis Quaid, and Jay Hernandez was pretty good himself. He wants to join the country club there after taking a job in town as a school superintendent. They won't let him. They don't allow Mexicans at that time to be members of the country club. Well, he finds a way to get back at them, and that is by creating a high school team of all Mexicans at the school that he works at to compete in the tournaments in the state of Texas, where eventually they'll get to play at that country club. So he's got a little bit of a selfish motive, and that comes to bite him in the butt later on in the story. The boys that comprise this golf team are teenagers in the 50s. They're wild, they're funny, they're very much machos as well, and they are very charming to watch. Great acting. So him and Dennis Quaid got to teach them how to play. They got the talent to do it, but there is that whole journey of teaching them. So that's really it. And as you can imagine, that journey, that sports journey, it's been done before. It's been done in a lot of movies before. There's cliches in this movie, but they all work. Why? Two big reasons. The actors are great, and the filmmaking is fantastic. There is a green filter palette that Julio Quintana works with, where I don't think there's a scene where there is not some sort of motif of the green color in the film. It's on purpose, from people wearing green, settings being on the green, backdrops being on the green. I would love to find out about why he made that conscious decision, but it works. It's a beautiful looking film that it's up there with any great sports feel good film that might be in one of your favorite top 10 favorites of sports films. So there is a lot culturally going on in this film that I think if you're not in the culture, right, of being a Mexican American, you'll still appreciate the challenges of the times. Let me just break it down very easily. And what I was talking to one of the actors and one of the people about is I saw 3 different generations of Mexican Americans who are in this film. The first generation is Cheech Marin. Cheech Marin is in this film and he's hilarious, got a great role. He's a World War I veteran, where they had it so bad as Mexican infantry for the U.S. Marines is that they weren't even given gas masks. Jay Hernandez is a World War II veteran, where he did all these acts of valor yet never got the medals, and never got the parade when he came home, and he was still treated as a second-class citizen. And there's a great exchange there. Now with Jay Hernandez, with his generation, they were taught to blend in, behave, don't cause a ruckus, don't speak Spanish on the golf course, tuck in your shirt, and play nice. Whereas Joe, one of the kids that he teaches, he's that 50s teenager. He's the next generation of Mexican American, that more Chicano attitude of like, screw that, I'm gonna be who I am gonna be. And it was wonderful. So those 3 generations of culture of ancestors, that's for real, and it's so uniquely American. You're not gonna find that anywhere else as far as those cultural exchanges, that cultural story that's entertaining. And that you definitely don't see it on film a lot. So I love that. I loved also too that this whole idea of kind of men being coaches and fathers to younger men. That was big. Patriotism, love for your country, was big in this film. It comes up as a nice motif, right? Being Mexican American, living right there on the border, and then there's a whole scene where the kids go to Mexico, kind of play a night of hooky, and that doesn't end how they want it to end. So this film really goes there. It has so many layers, which really surprised me. One final layer I want to talk about is the wife, played by Jaina Ortiz, and we're going to have her on the show. We just met her, and she was delightful. She was wonderful in this movie as the wife of Jay Hernandez's character, who has PTSD from being in the war, and he goes out and he hits the mattress with his golf club, as far as hitting that ball as hard as he can every night on those mattresses. The whole film, she's very supportive, but it's alluded to that that they don't have children, and that she is prayed for having children. It's kind of just a lost storyline that you don't see a lot in Hollywood films, of women wanting to be mothers. So it kind of surprised me, and there's a nice payoff there. She's actually has a lot of great moments in this film, and because she's a golfer too, her character, and there's a great challenge that she's a part of as far as these couples that play, the adult couples that play golf against each other. So I really love that. You know, again, it's the multi-layers. What makes it unique is those cultural things that I was telling you about. The fact that it's a true story, and these men, went on to become, great citizens and great, positive people in their communities, and one even went pro, but they all had full lives. So it's called The Long Game. I highly recommend it. It is a small film, so please go out there and support it. Pay your money. This one's worth it. And we will also have Jaina Lee Ortiz, the actress, here on the show. Congratulations to Julio Quintana, to the writers. It is really a film that really hit my heart very deeply, in which I did not expect. I was pleasantly surprised. What a wonderful film. One the whole family can see. Families together can see. It works on so many levels. I can't emphasize that enough. Besides it just being really entertaining. All right. Let me know what you think. Comment now. Wherever you're at, keep that slam fuerte. Muchísimas gracias. Paz.